Hello everyone, welcome to another God on My Mind. This one is on Noah, which is Genesis 6, 8, and 9. And I got this from the study notes of the Holman Study Bible, the MacArthur Study Bible, and the Spurgeon Study Bible. So 6:8 says, "But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord." 6:9 says, "Noah was a just man. Noah walked with God." So I titled it, "Finding Grace When the World Isn't." When most people think about Noah, they think about the ark. They think about the animals, the rain, the flood. But before any of that happened, there was something deeper we don't want to miss. And that is Noah found grace. And that matters, because the kind of world he was living in, Scripture tells us it was filled with violence, corruption, people living completely apart from God. And yet, in the middle of all that, Noah stood out. Not because he was famous, not because he was powerful, but because he had a relationship with God. Now here's where we have to be careful. It would be easy to look at Noah and think, well, he must have earned that. He must have been better than everyone else. But that's not what grace means. Grace is undeserved favor. It's something God gives, not something we achieve. So Noah didn't earn grace. He received it. What made Noah different was this. He believed God. He trusted God. He humbled himself before God. And because of that, his life began to reflect it. Genesis 6:9 says Noah was a just man. That means he lived according to God's standards. But it also says he was perfect in his generation. Now that doesn't mean sinless. It means he lived with integrity. His heart wasn't divided. He wasn't trying to follow God and follow the world. He chose God, and that's what set him apart. And if we're honest, that's still where the struggle is today. Because it's not hard to believe in God, but it can be hard to live differently when everything around you is pulling the other way. Noah's life reminds us that you don't have to follow the crowd to walk with God. And then we come to this simple but powerful phrase, Noah walked with God. That's not complicated language, but it's deep. To walk with God means you're in relationship with Him, you're spending time with Him, you're listening, trusting, following. It's not just knowing about God, it's living with Him daily. And here's something that really stands out. Noah walked with God before anything happened. Before the ark, before the rain, before there was any sign of what God was going to do. He walked with God when it didn't make sense yet. He walked with God when there was no visible evidence. And that's what real faith looks like. Because it's one thing to trust God when you can see what He's doing. It's another thing to trust Him when you can't see anything at all. There's something else I want you to hold on to. God saw Noah. Out of everyone on the earth at that time, God saw him. Not because he was famous, not because people were talking about him, but because his heart was right before God. And that matters. Because sometimes it feels like living for God goes unnoticed. Like choosing obedience doesn't really matter. Like doing the right thing quietly doesn't count for much. But Noah's life tells us God sees what others overlook. He sees your faith. He sees your obedience. He sees your desire to walk with Him, even when no one else does. So what does this mean for us? Because this isn't just Noah's story. It's an invitation. We're still living in a world that splits us or pulls us in every direction. A world that doesn't reflect and doesn't always reflect God's truth. And in the middle of that, God is still looking for hearts that are turned toward Him. Not perfect people, not people who have everything figured out, but people who are willing to trust Him, seek Him, walk with Him daily. So let me ask you a question to sit with. Are you trying to earn what God is already offering you by grace? Are you letting the world shape your direction, or are you letting God lead you? And what does your walk with God actually look like right now? Because this is where it becomes real. Noah didn't just behave differently, he lived differently. And here's the encouragement I want to leave you with. You don't have to be perfect to walk with God. You just have to be willing. Willing to stay close, willing to trust Him, willing to keep walking, even when you don't see the outcome yet. Because just like Noah, God sees you. He sees your heart. He sees your faith. He sees every step you're taking towards Him. And that matters more than anything else. So thanks for listening. Hope you have a blessed rest of your day. I hope this touches. I hope this helps. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're a newbie, click the subscribe button and hit that like and share. You never know who it can help. Again, thanks. Till next time, have a blessed day. Bye.